Hello Aspen 2, it's Mrs Barker here, and yes, I am wearing a Santa hat and a Santa t-shirt today because we're going to be looking at a book called How Santa Really Works. Now this lesson is mostly aimed at A2 and A3, but anybody can enjoy the lesson as well. So this book is an explanation text. I want you to have a think in your head. Can you remember whether an explanation text is fiction or non-fiction? What are the differences between fiction or non-fiction? Pause the video and have a think now. So fiction is not true, and it's usually a story. Non-fiction is true, and it includes lots of facts. This book is written in the style of a non-fiction explanation text, and we'll discuss some of the features in the next few lessons. I'm going to read you one of the sections now. This section is called Who Helps Santa? And it talks about the Christmas College for elves. Obviously, elves are some of Santa's main helpers. Santa has many helpers. Most of these are elves. Elves live all over the world, but when they grow up, a lot of them get jobs with Santa and move to the North Pole. Each year, more elves are recruited. The new elves must undergo extensive training before they start work. This is done at the CCE, the Christmas College for Elves, the school where they learn all about Christmas. First, the elves take a general class called Christmas 101. Then they choose one of the many different courses available at the college. These courses teach them how to do a specific job in one of the departments. So here you go, some of the lessons that they do: reindeer medicine, toy science, navigation, flight control. Here you've got reindeer handling and maintenance, chimney training, present wrapping, Christmas cultural studies. When the elves have finished their education, they graduate. Then they all attend a job fair where they get to try the different jobs they want. Are they going to be part of the research and development, or the customer support, or the weather? So that is what some of the elves do. Okay, so what I want you to have a think about for today's task is to write a diary of an elf. Can you remember some of the features of a diary? I'm going to show you them in a second, but pause the video now and have a think about that for me. So I'll bring up a picture to go alongside this, but some of the features are including the date and or time. Write as if you were there. Describe your feelings. Use words like I, my, we, and our, so in the first person. Write about the most important events in order. Talk about what events happened and use time linking words. That's like next, first, and then. What we'd like you to do today is have a go at writing your own diary. Perhaps it is about them making their toy, or running an errand for Santa, or helping deliver presents and looking after the reindeers. Imagine you are that Santa's elf. How do you feel about your job? Do you enjoy it? In your pack that we sent home, there's a diary writing frame and also a checklist to remind you what you want to include. So pause the video in a second, have a think about what to include in your diary, and have a go at writing your diary. Once you've written your diary, if you can, put a video or a photo of your diary on the class's Teams section in Microsoft Teams, and then one of your teachers will give you feedback on that. I'll read you one more section, and that's about how toys are made. So give me a second to find it. Oh, I've lost the section. Where are all the toys made? Here you go. So this might help you with your diary. The second section of the toy department is probably the most important part in Santa's world. This is the toy factory, or production department, as it is called. It operates around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Elves work an 8-hour shift every day. It's a good place to work though, as the elves know the joy the toys will bring. They chat and sing, and sometimes one of the elves will read stories to everyone over the public address system. So here you go, you've got some of the things that they might say. What's a spongy whack-bat? We need another 36,000 teddy bears, please. Can you send upstairs for some more heads for the teddy bears? When all the toys are finished, they are inspected, and if passed, and they are sent to the storage department, and then they're all stored. So that's how the toy department works. So use that section and the other section I read earlier about the elf training school, and think about writing that diary for an elf. And when you're done, put that photo or upload your diary to the Microsoft Teams if you can, so that your teacher can give you some feedback. I look forward to the next lesson with you, which is all going to be about diagrams and a sleigh diagram. So watch out for that in the next few days. Thanks, guys.